Hey Todd, what do Iowa curves and Bigfoot have in common?
Pretty rare sightings.
That's right, and everybody swears they found one. Our goal at Best Motorcycle Roads is to make your next motorcycle trip the best it can be. Well, the bottom line is when you do think of Iowa, though, you do think flat, but the coasts of Iowa are pretty awesome.
Yeah.
And there are some gems in between. But we found some really great roads to talk about today, some off the Great River Road and even one near Boone. So we are in part 3 of a 6-part series we're calling Midwest Hidden Gems, and today we're talking Iowa. So we're doing 7 great roads that we don't think you've ridden yet in Iowa. So
Probably not.
some places to eat, and one of them has a very large tenderloin. So hold your horses. So the first one we picked out today was from Marquette to Lamont. So Marquette is just across the river from Prairie du Chien on the Iowa side. And so you start there and you wind your way around Highway 18, Highway 13, and then there's a county road like 187. It's about 60 miles, hour and a half ride. And that would be where you could start off by seeing the effigy mounds. That's the Native American burial and ceremonial grounds. That's near Marquette. And then, of course, up there, too, we've talked about Pikes Peak, just south of the McGregor, and they have one heck of a picture site. It's an 1812 military lookout, so you're just way up there, and it's kind of exaggerated by the fact that there's, Mississippi River bottom below, so that's that. And then St. Olaf is another town we'll talk about in a minute, but it was named after King Olaf II of Norway, so a lot of Norwegian immigration in that Clayton County area. And then Elkader, you've actually been to the Opera House, haven't you? Built in 1903?
Yeah, in 2003 they renovated it, and the Iowa brass band that I play in performed there. It was either late 2003 or early 2004, but it was really neat. They showed us some of the plaster that they had kind of removed, and that they were finding old posters. And,
oh, wow.
Oh, it was really neat. Yeah.
Similar to that, nearby in Strawberry Point is the world's largest strawberry.
Oh, I've seen that.
It's a fiberglass statue sitting on a pole. Apparently in 1967 they kind of decided what would make people drive to this town, and they said, hey, what about a huge fiberglass strawberry? And you kind of just come cruising through town, and there it is.
Why not take your picture with the strawberry, right?
And then it ends in Lamont. It is a small town, started because of the railroad, really, in the 1800s. Lots of farming area, but this road is really interesting. It's kind of the edge of the Driftless. A lot of curvy roads, and then by the time you get down to Lamont, you're kind of calming it down and kind of. But I drove this road in a car. And I need to get back there on the bike because it was just like, I was in the car, I'm like, this would be a wonderful road. But one of the places that we picked out to eat is actually in St. Olaf, called the St. Olaf Tavern. And this is a place that has large tenderloins. Now, we've had extremely large tenderloins over in Edinburgh, Indiana, I believe.
Yeah.
But those were, kind of, what would you call it? What do they call it when artificially enlarged with the hammer?
They were pretty flat.
Thin.
They were thin.
I mean, they were gargantuan.
Yeah.
But they were thin.
Yeah.
I would call that a 6-bunner over there in Eddington Diner.
Yeah.
This is a 4-bunner, but it's thick. I mean, it is no joke. 4 buns and big. So if you get a chance, check out the St. Olaf Tap. You can't miss it. There's about 6 streets in town, so in 10 minutes you'll be getting a tenderloin.
There you go. And
then the last stop, also another great place to eat in Lamont, is the Dairy Suite, and it is just your old classic. I don't even know if it started before Dairy Queens, but it's a walk up, order at the window, go sit and eat it at the picnic table kind of place, and it's really good. I think from there we're taking us over to the other side of the state.
These aren't congruent roads. These
No.
are just if you're in the area.
Well, they're hidden gems.
They're hidden gems.
Yeah.
Hit these roads. That's right.
So on the other side of Iowa, on the west side, we have the Loess Hills Scenic Byway. So that's kind of approximately Council Bluffs to Akron, Iowa, about 75 miles or so, 3 hours. And what's crazy, and you haven't seen these yet.
No.
I rode out there one time, and I'll tell you a great story about that. But you go out there, and it's like riding the bluffs of the mountains in Colorado, or when you're in Wisconsin, those bluffs. That's exactly what it looks like. except you kind of start to slow down. You're like, that's not rock, it's black dirt.
Wow.
And it's just the wildest thing. I mean, it doesn't feel right. It's like
Yeah.
black earth. So it's the Council Bluffs area is part of that Mormon Trail, and then there is a Lewis and Clark monument that honors one of the explorers, Charles Floyd, there too. But when I went out there a few years ago, it was my first time I decided I was just going to ride solo. And so I rode out there and rode out to Council Bluffs, kicked up, went to Loess Hills, and I parked for the night, and I went to take a picture of my bike and kind of, just so I had a picture of the night. And I look at it, I'm like, well, that's weird. I must have something on my camera. It wasn't. It was the band showing on my tire, the steel belts.
Oh no.
Yeah, I was in like Estherville, Iowa. Yeah. So I ended up making a phone call, got a ride from a buddy, and we took care of things. But yeah, like I was about as far away as I was getting from my home.
Yeah.
And then we always pick out. There's right as you get off of Council Bluffs area, just before Council Bluffs, kind of when you head north to see these. And there's a great little place called the Twisted Tail Saloon. It's Town, Iowa.
Oh yeah.
And it's a cool place. So the third one, this one's called the Dragoon Trail Runner, right?
Yeah.
You tell us about this one, Todd.
Well, you can start in any of these 4 towns that I'm going to name. That loop starts northeast of Boone on CR21. Take that over to D64, and then take that to Iowa 175.
So just Google the Dragoon Trail Runner.
There you go.
Put it in your GPS.
Going into Stratford. Yeah, it's about an 80-mile loop in total. Probably take you 2 to 3 hours, depending on fast or slow, or how many stops you make. But Colville to Stratford.
Yep.
You're going east on County Road, I-75, IA-175 for 20 miles or so. Once you reach Stratford, then you're going to head to Boone on 175. That's about an 18-mile run there for 20 minutes, 25 minutes or so. Once you're in Boone, then you can head to Dayton on R21 to D64, and then head on up to Dayton at that point. That's 23 miles. And then finally, Dayton around back up to Colville. Really, to try and tell you what the road names are here would be a little crazy. So I would say just set your Waze or your Google to take the curvy roads.
There you go.
I think you can do that in Waze, but set it for the curvy roads or set your Garmin for the curvy roads.
And then, yeah.
It'll take you about 18 and a half miles.
Now Boone, I've been to Boone, not on the motorcycle, but isn't that also where they do there's like a rail, they have a railroad.
Historic railroad of the giant, a very tall trestle.
And a couple things, right? Because one, they used to, I don't know if they still have that, but they used to do dinner rides.
They might still have that. I also want to say they have these little hand pump carts.
Oh, geez.
That run on the rails that you can do as well. I don't know if you can go out over that trestle with that, but I've seen these little hand pump carts.
And the reason we went there is when the kids were little, then they had Thomas the Tank Engine was there.
Oh, yeah. I've heard of that.
Yeah, we took that ride too. So it's a neat place, and it's kind of railroad, kind of has some railroad history. But I'm pretty sure over certain times of the year, there's different opportunities to go ride.
Yeah. And then places to eat in Boone. You could either hit up Jimmy's Barbecue Pit, all your favorites from briskets to pulled pork to ham, you name it, or the Copperhead Saloon and Grill. They're really known for their hearty breakfast and lunch. They have live music. It's just a nice, casual atmosphere. So check that out. I think that's the Dragoon Trail, yeah.
So the next one's kind of similar to the Dragoon Trail. It's really just out by Maquoketa. So Maquoketa is kind of the middle of the state all the way to the east. And it's really known for the caves that are out there. I don't know if you've ever went out there to do
I haven't yet.
But this is you can kind of make your own. All the roads out there, it's really neat. You go up on ridge lines and then you go down. And so there's just tons of roads that are out there. X40 is one of those roads. And there's when we talked a few episodes back, the Grantwood Trail goes through this area as well. So it's really kind of choose your own adventure in a sense out here. So what we're talking about, it's kind of interesting. Just a ton of scenic caves and ridges that you can go in. So there's like about a 3-mile loop of walking loop that's around all these caves that you can actually walk around. But you can go in most of these caves. It's actually one of the oldest parks with trails in Iowa. So some of the places they actually have stairs that you can walk down, so you don't have to like traverse the side of the hill. And then some of it's just like your regular old trail. But it's a really neat. It's really neat if you're into that kind of thing. You've been to the Decker Hotel, which also has a restaurant, right?
Well, the restaurant is not currently open.
Okay.
Not since the last time I was there. They're doing some renovations, or I don't know that they will open that restaurant again. But the hotel itself, it's really neat. Built in like the late 1800s, 1875. It's downtown. The furnishings inside are still very authentic.
Wow.
The old woodwork, the big staircase with the rail. I mean, it's gorgeous in there.
Well, there's one place you definitely can eat and stop. Don't stop until you're done, and that's Bluff Lake Catfish Farm. Have you ever been to Bluff Lake?
I haven't.
Oh my gosh! No. All you can eat catfish and fried chicken. You drive down a gravel road to go to there. It's a little lake with this little place where you're like, there's no way you're cooking enough food to feed people in this thing, but it's definitely something to go see. A little lake with a bluff as the backdrop, and you will not go away hungry.
You gotta love the all-you-can-eat challenge.
Right? So our fifth road, or a gem, is Highway 6, which is not really hidden too much, but from Iowa City to Marengo. So this is about, 30 miles or so, 45-minute drive. So, of course, Iowa City was the first capital of Iowa, 1839. It, is the home of the University of Iowa. And then partially where you're driving through to get to Marengo is something called the Amana Colonies. It was actually, I think, before 1855. What's interesting about that, you got to say this because is it
the Pietists? The German Pietists, yeah.
So what it was it was a commune before 1855, actually. So the Germans were there, and it was a commune. So they had no... It didn't cost to live. You just worked to live.
Yep.
And then about 1855 is actually when they stopped the communal living in Amana.
Oh, okay.
And what they did was then they kind of turned it into this corporation. So all the people that were in the commune got shares, and now they all own part of this thing. That's the Amana Corporation, more or less.
Yeah.
But it's a town if you go there, and it's amazing. I mean, there's great places to eat. They have a woolen mill. It's quite interesting because they have their own utility company. They have their own farm, which makes up a ton. They have the most contiguous farmland in Iowa. It's like 28,000 contiguous acres. Yeah, they have a furniture shop. It's just quite amazing. Woolen mill.
Meat shop, of course.
Yeah, the Amana meat shop. And then they have some really great German themed restaurants. And stuff
the Ox Yoke Inn.
Oh gosh,
yeah, that's a landmark.
It's really good.
1940, and then the Ronenberg restaurant is the original communal kitchen.
Right.
And now it's a restaurant,
it's
public
amazing.
and going. It's fantastic. And all these restaurants serve family style. So they just bring out a whole bowl of fried chicken and mashed potatoes and gravy and vegetables and you name it, but it just comes out in big bowls and you just pass it around.
And then the Brow House is there too, right? And that's kind of it's a bar restaurant with great food.
Yeah, great food. I just ate there this past weekend.
We've got those two. We forgot your crepe deluxe schmucks place in Iowa City. I forgot about that one.
Oh yeah, the Crepe Deluxe Cafe. It's a French style creperie. And yeah, it's pretty neat. I mean, it's like you get sweet and savory crepes. I've been there.
I'm not sure about this.
Trust me.
You taking me there?
Yep.
All right.
Just think like Nutella, like
I
banana,
heard what you said.
salmon
I'm
aioli.
still not salmonella. I got you, man. I got you.
And you can get espresso there too. It's wonderful.
The only thing that you said that I think I like so far is the banana.
Oh, it's good.
All right. Well, I'll try it. So number 6 is actually the Great River Road, but we're taking you from Balltown to Bellevue. About 75 miles, 2 hours. So this, again, is kind of one of those ones where we're going to throw out some names. You kind of can see it when you get there, and you got to avoid the main drags, because if you just put it in there, Balltown, it's going to take you on the highway.
Yeah, right.
And we want to try to avoid that. But C9Y is pound for pound the best motorcycle road in Iowa, so that's where it starts in Balltown. One of the greatest scenic overlooks. I mean, it really looks like a mountain overlook. It's just a huge valley that's down below there. It's not a historic or official, but it's a Mississippi River bluff overlook, and it's great. We have some great pictures of there. We try to stop and take a picture there. So if you can find C9Y, get on Highway 3 and Skyline Road. And the warning in this area is that it is full of tight curbs, cuts, and short switchbacks. So just be careful, Todd, if you get ride. And we've rode a little bit of this before, and it was quite amazing.
Yeah.
But also in that area is St. Joseph's Prairie Church on Hales Mills Road. It's one of Iowa's early mission churches. They think mid-1800s as well, so similar to Amana. And then you look for a road called Z15 and Old Bellevue Road, and that's kind of in the St. Donis area. And there's a Catholic church that was also built in 1861, and that one actually is on the National Registration of Historical Places.
Oh, yeah.
And then the last kind of place to stop and see, we've talked about Lock and Dam 12 in Bellevue, built in the 30s, but still in operation. What's nice about this one is you really get to see quite the view. A lot of these lock and dams, when you see them up and down the Great River Road, like in Wisconsin area, you're pretty close to them. In Bellevue, it's such a high ridge. You get to like look down on it, and what I like about it is like to the south especially, you can see these barges coming from like 3-4 miles down.
Neat.
And it's just a great look. So if you get a chance to stop there, grab some food. But one of the best eats, and it's actually the oldest restaurant in Iowa, is Breibach's Country Dining in Balltown. 1852.
Wow.
Yeah. And it's
great.
It's really good.
Yeah.
Known for fish fry Friday nights and the whole works there. So.
Yeah.
And then Richmond's Cafe, not fancy, but good food too. And again, there's a walking trail right there, and you can walk and see that lock and dam, so highly recommended. So the last one we've got is Highway 92, Indianola, Iowa to Oskaloosa, but you go near Red Rock Lake. And if you haven't seen Red Rock Lake, it's big. It's pretty awesome. Have you ever seen that?
I haven't, no.
So it's about 45 miles or so, 3 hours. Start off in Indianola, then head to Pella. And that's home of Central College, kind of founded by the Dutch. And then you go up to Red Rock Lake. So they dammed the Des Moines River in the 60s, and it actually submerged a town that was called Red Rock. But they've got a mile-long bridge that spans in the middle of it. Now, I think they're doing construction on it right now. When we were looking at the map, trying to figure out the right roads, it was kind of rerouting you because it's closed. But I know they're working on that, and so you kind of go into Pella, and then you can kind of go up right on the north side of the lake, then you cut back down, and then you can go over to Oskaloosa. But
nice. One
of the great places to eat in this area is George's Pizza. We've been there a number of times. I'm going to tell you, try the hot honey pizza. Woo, it's so good. And then I was looking up a great place that I've never been to in Oskaloosa, but I'm gonna go check it out. Is the American Table Restaurant and P.O. Box. It's an old post office.
Oh, it is? Okay.
Yeah, so I think the P.O. Box is kind of the menu that's their like sandwiches and fun.
Gotcha.
And then American Table, they have another menu, so it's like a little bit of a complex going on there, but it's like kind of their fancy nighttime thing. So
nice.
It's definitely something I think we're going to have to check out. So.
Yeah.
This is a section we call the Toolkit. We share motorcycle gear review, and other riding tips. So in the Toolkit, we were trying to stick to some of the Iowa things, and one of the ones that you still need in Iowa and in many other places is bug spray.
Yeah.
But Iowa has one called Bug Soother, and it's pretty cool, isn't it?
Yeah, it was founded in like 2003. A company called Simply Smoothing. They were just manufacturing some personal care products in Columbus Junction, Iowa. Tiny, tiny little town.
Where the two rivers meet.
Yeah, right. And then in 2008, we had a just horrific flooding.
And again, if you can imagine in Columbus Junction, two rivers were meeting. That town barely didn't exist. It was true.
Yeah, and it it flooded up here. It was rough, but because of all of that, there was a lot of standing water, and then we had gnats.
Yeah.
And so the founder started developing a kind of a gentle natural insect repellent to put on her 5-month-old grandson, and they kind of just named it Bug Soother. And now today, Bug Soother is sold in over 10,000 retail outlets.
Isn't that crazy?
Including Amazon and Walmart and online.
And it really has a nice smell to it, and it's not have that edge.
Right.
That's what I like about it.
Yeah, it's all natural. It has kind of a vanilla smell to it. It's nice.
And the other thing in the toolkit this time, I threw in some jerky. Because I don't know, like when we're out and about rolling around, it is nice to have something like that. Like you said, get some shelf stable. It's just nice. You don't have to put it in a cooler. You can just throw it in there, even if it gets a little warm sometimes. So
it doesn't matter.
Find your jerky. And then I also thought of, we talk about, the sunscreen a lot, but then I thought, let's get don't forget some sun protected SPF lip balm.
Lip balm, yeah.
And there actually is an Iowa-made lip balm.
Yeah, Eco Lips.
Yep.
Was around, I think, before Bug Soother, but Eco Lips has actually purchased Bug Soother now.
Wow.
So yeah, it's a larger company now, but it's made in Cedar Rapids right here, and it's all SPF lip balms crafted right here in Iowa. And
what's crazy about Cedar Rapids is also another lip balm factory, Raining Rose.
Oh, Raining Rose, yeah, you're right.
They make a ton of lip balms as well. So,
you're right.
So I don't know if we're the lip balm capital of the world, but definitely of Iowa, right around Cedar Rapids.
For sure.
So yeah, it's been pretty cool. Eco Lips is a great company too, and it's cool that they ended up picking up Bug Soother. So, and then of course we always talk about Bond body armor, because we're just fans mostly.
Yeah.
We don't get paid by them or anything else. We just wear the gear, and the warmer it gets in these hot summer rides, the more I like that gear, because it's just something weird about. I know, like, you want to kind of take off your shirts and get to like skin because it feels cooler, but I'm just always I love that stuff because I just feel like it. I think it keeps me cooler than when I'm not wearing a shirt or long sleeves at all.
Yeah.
So I'm a huge fan.
Yep.
All right. Well, hey, if you like the podcast today, we'd love it. If you like it, share it, subscribe, send it to people that you know that might like it. They don't have to be motorcycle riders, but we would appreciate if they do. And you can sign up for our BMR rider alerts. We'll keep you in the loop, and we promise no spam.
Keep the spirit of adventure alive, and remember, bikes, friends, and endless roads, the stories ride forever. Take care.